The young woman was serving a life sentence in prison for murder. Despite the seeming hopelessness of her situation, she decided that she would not spend her whole life behind bars, and began to plot a plan to escape from prison. For starters, she made friends with one of the jailers. His task was to bury the prisoners in the cemetery, which was located near the prison. If a prisoner died, this jailer would ring the bell so that all the prisoners in the prison would know about the death of one of them, then put the body of the prisoner in the coffin. After filling out the paperwork required in such cases in the prison office, he returned, transported the coffin in his car to the cemetery where he buried it. Upon learning of this, the woman developed a cunning escape plan and shared it with her new friend. The next time the bell rings, she will immediately sneak into the room where the coffins are stored and climb into the coffin with the corpse when the jailer fills out the papers in the office. When he returns, he will take a coffin with a woman and a corpse inside out of the prison and bury the coffin. He could not immediately let the woman out of the coffin since assistants always accompanied the jailer during the burial. The woman knew that there would be enough air in the spacious coffin to wait for the jailer to return to the cemetery that evening under the cover of darkness to dig the coffin and set her free. The jailer did not agree to this for a long time, but the woman was persistent, and in the end he agreed to do it. The woman had to wait several weeks for the death of one of the prisoners. Finally, one afternoon, she heard the bell ringing. After waiting for some time, the woman went to the dark room where the coffins were kept. Trying not to make noise, she went to the coffin where the dead body lay, carefully climbed into the coffin and closed the lid herself. Soon she heard footsteps. There was a knock of a hammer, driving nails into the lid of the coffin. Although the woman was very uncomfortable in a coffin next to a dead body, she understood that with every nail driven in, she was one step closer to freedom, and for this she was ready to endure everything. The coffin was loaded onto a hearse and taken to the cemetery. With bated breath, she felt the coffin being lowered into the ground, but she did not make a sound, even when clods of earth began to fall on the lid from above. Now her freedom was only a matter of time. Soon the woman was mortally tired of lying in darkness and silence, and she decided to light the match she had taken with her. Only for a moment it was impossible to waste precious air, to find out which of the prisoners had died. Striking a match, she held it up to the corpse's face. Next to her was her prisoner friend,